So you guys went completely crazy and turned the power back on.
Yes, we did. We're going to turn it back off, and then we're going to turn it off forever. I needed to turn the lights on just long enough to launch a couple nukes into the air, which is what we were building to for our finale, which we knew. And now that those nukes are in the air, and we cliffhang with whether or not our heroes can stop these missiles, we come in on season 2 and we find out that they in fact cannot stop the missiles, and we're got to be one of the few shows that in the first minute or so we lose to American cities, and the power's off forever, and so we what I really wanted to do for season 2 was just really push through this issue of, should you turn a light switch on? Because there's only so much story you can get out of, like, should we turn it on? Should we turn it off? What if we turn it on? What if we turn it off? And I wanted to push through that. And so I said, let's play that story. This has never been a show that's just about whether you should turn the power on. It's a show that is about what would it be like for all of us to live in this kind of newly primitive world, and how would we survive? And so we have a season 2 that's much more about mystery and conspiracy and issues of God and fate and whether you're chosen, and our characters screwed something up in the laws of physics, and that's going on, and there's this mysterious force up from Cuba, and our characters are trying to put the pieces together psychologically of the disaster they went through. And so there's like a much wider variety of story to unspool that I think is a lot more interesting than just forces banging at each other. And our heroes we're in Texas now, so it's entirely new real estate for our show. They settle down in one town, which is Rachel's hometown, to kind of lick their wounds, and then shit starts going crazy in that town. And so it's an interesting opportunity to really dig into the characters, dig into like the simplicity of our no power concept, and just tell a whole new range of, I think, much more interesting and complicated stories.
Wow.
So there's that.
Yeah. And then I'm just curious, what was the most surprising part for you creating the show after season 1, looking back at it?
Oh, wow. That's an interesting question. Honestly, the first thing that comes to mind is how huge our explosions were. We were really able to blow shit up this year, and it was kind of amazing. Like, I kept watching the dailies. I'm like, wow, they can really blow shit up. I'm going to keep writing explosions into the show. I was pretty impressed with just the production value. I mean, I think for my money, we were mounting probably the biggest show on network television, at least. And the fact that we were able to pull that off week in and week out I was pretty proud of.